Hi everybody, so the YouTube algorithm recommended that I watch this video on how to remove AC smells in your car, had 2.4 million views. I know what I do, but I was curious what this guy was recommending, and I think the advice is terrible, so I'll show you what I did. I have an ozone generator. Now, ozone generator makes O3, which is completely toxic to mildew, fungus, bacteria, and any odors. It neutralizes everything. So initially when you run it in your car, it might smell like a hairdryer's been running in it for a long time, but after a few hours, the smell dissipates and the car smells like nothing. And that's kind of what I want. I want a neutral smell. I know people like to mask smells with new smells, like they put an air freshener in because their car smells like crap, right? So now you have minty smelling crap, which is not good, right? So I'm running it today because my kid threw up in the car. Smells in the car really bad right now. So I pull out the ozone generator. I want to kind of show you mine. And I'm not endorsing this specific product. I'm just endorsing the process. I think ozone generators are awesome. I don't run the hold function. I usually let mine run for about 80 minutes total. And I find that to be more than adequate to fully mask any odors and like fully saturate the inside of your car. I mean, when you open the door after the ozone generator has been running for even just a couple minutes, if you take a whiff of that, it'll make you really nauseous and you might even start retching. It's really nasty. But here I go, I'm gonna go ahead and plug it in. And some people like to run an ozone generator outside of their car and try to like vent in the ozone into their car just so that there's a fresh supply of oxygen for the ozone generator, but I don't even bother with that. I just run it straight in the car, keep it really simple, right? And like I mentioned, I run it for about 80 minutes. It's already kind of kicked up. And as I'm taking this video, I'm getting a little dizzy and nauseous. Like, it smells like crap. It smells really bad. So hold your breath if you can for as long as possible, right? So I just leave the ozone generator just like that on the floor. And I don't close the door all the way, obviously, because the cord is hanging below. I close it one click, and that's more than enough. Even after about 5 minutes of running the generator, it's gonna completely stink up the car, so 80 minutes is more than enough. If you really wanna be sure that it's saturating the inside of your AC system, you can go ahead and open up the vents, but I don't even think it's necessary. Like, that one was partially closed. I don't think it would have really made a difference because the ozone just saturates everything inside your car. It's freaking awesome. So now I'm gonna let it run for 80 minutes and come back in about 2 hours. And already walking up to the car, I can smell the ozone. And it's not even in the garage. And when I open up the door, holy hell, man, that's really strong. So hold your breath. One thing I noticed is the unit is still slightly warm, so I know it was working. It's not like it died midway. That's normal. And just as a reminder, it only consumes 70 watts of electricity. So even if you don't have an extension cord or whatever, you could run it on a little battery pack, right? And now I'm showing you my beautiful Sequoia. Man, it looks great, right? And these are the intake vents that Scotty Kilmer was recommending spraying your disinfectant in. And when I walk up to these intake vents, you can actually smell the ozone coming out of them. I mean, that's how strong the ozone generator is. The fumes are coming out of these intake vents. So I know that the AC system is completely saturated in ozone right now. So it's perfect. So that's it. That's all I had to do. I ran the ozone generator. Any smells in the car, not just in the AC or in the front seat where my son threw up, the entire car is neutral again. It smells freaking awesome. Or I shouldn't say awesome, right? It doesn't smell at all. There's no smells. So here we are back to normal. You can kind of see my interior. And funny thing is, when I bought this car, I knew it was super clean, but it had a smell to it. So the previous owner, I think, wore a ton of aftershave. It just smelled like old man aftershave in this car, really strong. And when I bought it, I was kind of nervous because I wasn't sure if I can get the smell out. And there was this other smell, I couldn't quite put my finger on it. And then later on, when I brought the car home, man, you'll see. I realized people had been smoking in the car. And I don't smoke, so I don't really know what a smoked car smells like. And so here's the evidence. There's a little spot from somebody smoking. I should have caught that when I inspected the car, right? But I wasn't even paying attention to the third row seats when I inspected it. But yeah, so this car smelled terrible when I first bought it. Probably had a mix of that cigarette smell and that really strong aftershave. But after running the ozone generator for a couple hours, the smells were completely gone. It's completely neutralized. And yeah, there's my son's baseball stuff. We like to go throw baseballs. And he's been hitting a lot lately, which is fun.